made a mistake by letting me have a free Amazon Prime account. Like, why would you do that? I shop on Amazon way too much as it is, and now you're gonna tell me I get free delivery? Anyway. Hello and welcome. My name is Kendra. Ich bin deine Lieblingsausländerin, coming back to you with another video. So, today we're gonna be talking about finances. Yay! I get questions in the comments from time to time asking about student life and, what it's like being a student in Germany. And something that's very important when it comes to student life is cost of living. The thing with cost of living in Germany is that it really varies depending on which city you live in. For example, if I were a student in a big city like Berlin or Frankfurt, I would have much higher expenses compared to living in a small town in Bavaria. But either way, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an overview of what I spend in a week, and hopefully that'll give you guys some kind of idea of what finances look like for an expat in Germany. If you're a student, maybe this will help you out with your budgeting and planning. And if you're not a student, you just get a close personal look into my bank account. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to today's partner, italki. You guys haven't heard about italki? Let me tell you. italki is a language learning app that really puts the user experience at the forefront. So as those of you who have learned a second or third language may know, the absolute best way to learn a language is through practice and talking to another person. And italki provides that by allowing its users to have one-on-one conversations and lessons with an actual language teacher. This app is a great way to have lessons that are catered to your specific needs and interests, and also provide you with different conversational skills based on your levels. So if you're planning on traveling to Spain and you need to learn some Spanish for tourism, there are teachers on italki for that. Or if you're at an advanced level of French and you're looking for a job in France and you really want to take your language learning skills to the next level so that you can learn business French, there are teachers on italki for that. Also, italki is super convenient and it's affordable. So because it's an app, you can take it on the go with you and you can choose the time that you study. Like me personally, I'm a morning person. I love to get up early every single day. But if you're a night owl, you can have your classes scheduled for the night when you can focus a little bit better. And did I mention that italki is affordable? Way more affordable than paying for an expensive software, paying for a school. And you have the benefit of having that one-on-one attention that you wouldn't get in a class or by using an expensive software. So if you're really looking to improve your language skills with a native speaker, with qualified teachers, italki is the way to go. And I have a special gift for you guys. If you want to give italki a try and you're really serious about your language learning, if you use my link, you guys will get $10 off of your first purchase in italki. So before I get started, if there are any tips that I would give to students looking to move to Germany, one, save way more money than you think you'll need or way more money than will be required of you. Personally, that's what I did and it worked for me. I worked full-time and saved my money for 2 years before I moved to Germany. And now I have savings and I also have a job. So my second tip would be get a job, start looking for a job when you come here, or have some kind of income coming so that you not only have your savings built up and you feel comfortable with that, but you also have steady money coming in. Yeah, unless you're one of those lucky people who have someone supporting you, I would highly suggest saving a bunch of money before you come here and looking for a job as soon as you get here. Now, with that being said, let's get into my expenses. So let's start with rent. Something I mentioned in my Why I Moved to Germany video is that life as a student in Germany is relatively affordable. And honestly, when I pay for rent, I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to live alone and pay this rent ever again. We're talking about what I spend in a week. So what I did was I just took my rent and divided it by 4 weeks. And my total rent is $274.94. Crazy, I know. So I divided that by 4. So what I pay every month for rent is €68.74. A steal. It's a steal. So where I live, it's not like a dorm, like what you would picture with an American style dorm, but it's student housing. So it's a student apartment building where only students can live. And because it's only for students, the price is a lot lower than what you would pay in a typical apartment. Also, cost of living where I live is not super expensive anyway. But yeah, it's a private building where only students can live. And like every time I start to think about moving, I'm like, think about your rent. Like you're never gonna get this rent ever again. And I love it. So yeah, we pay $68.74 for rent. Now my phone bill is something I'm also very proud of. I pay $12.99 a month for unlimited talk and text. And then I have 7 gigabytes of data. Sometimes I wish I had more data, but honestly, I really don't leave the house that often. And when I do, I try not to use too much of my data. I try to find Wi-Fi as much as possible. So it works for me. But yeah, I pay $12.99 a month for my phone, which when I divide that by 4 comes out to about $3.25 a week. And the crazy part is, this is not even the cheapest plan. The cheapest plan I think is $9.99. I use AldiTalk because I don't really need like a fancy contract or anything like that. I just need service, I need to be able to text, and I need to be able to make phone calls, and I'm good. Health insurance. So in Germany, every student, or I think there's some people who can be exempt from health insurance, but for the most part, students who come to Germany need to have health insurance. And based on my plan and the age group that I'm in and the fact that I'm a student, I pay 110 euro a month, which comes out to 27.50 per week for the doctor. And I'm one of those people who always likes to go to the doctor. Like if I have a hangnail, I want to go to the doctor. So I definitely make sure I get my money's worth from my health insurance. And the great thing about the doctor here is you don't have to pay a copay. So I pay my 110 a month and I'm good. I have had to pay for prescriptions every once in a while. But yeah, that is what I pay for health insurance. Now, this is my favorite part. Okay, tuition and transportation. The way my tuition works is that it includes a ticket for the bus. Your ID card serves as a bus pass. But as you guys may know, in Germany, you don't pay tuition for public schools, you pay student fees. In my case, I have to pay every 6 months, and it changes from semester to semester, but it's usually somewhere around 120 euro a month. No, not a month. It's usually somewhere around 120 euros a semester. So what I did was I divided that by 6 months, and then I divided that by 4 weeks. So per week for local transportation and tuition, I pay 5 euro. I just love it here. Okay, now that we're done with fixed costs, we're gonna talk about my other costs. So the reason I didn't include groceries in fixed costs is because honestly, it fluctuates. Like it really depends on the week. For example, last week I spent 40 euro on groceries, and this week I spent 10. Usually I spend about 40 euro a week on groceries. I'm always trying to find ways to cut down on my grocery bill, and I think I've been doing a lot better with that. I don't really buy food outside of the house that much because I'm in the house. I might as well cook the food that I bought. So yeah, it's not very often that I eat out. I found the key to saving money with groceries, I figured this out years ago, is to just kind of eat the same 5 or 6 meals over and over again. Like it gets a little boring sometimes, but that's really the best way to save money. And every time I go to the grocery store, I pretty much always know what I'm gonna get. And yeah, it just makes my life a lot easier. And the last category for spending is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is just everything that I didn't already talk about. I don't spend money on coffee because I have coffee at home. I always make my coffee at home, or I make it at the office that I work in because we love free coffee. I love free anything, really. I don't really buy clothes that often because I have a lot of clothes already and there's nowhere to go, so I don't really need to buy new clothes. However, I do spend a lot of money on Amazon. Like they made a mistake by letting me have a free Amazon Prime account. Like why would you do that? I shop on Amazon way too much as it is, and now you're gonna tell me I get free delivery? Anyway, I don't really have a set price of what I buy on Amazon because it really fluctuates. But usually I use Amazon to buy things that I can't find in the stores, like hair products, skin products, things like that. I also needed to buy a laptop this week because I needed it for a software that I need for my class. So that was 30 euro that I really didn't want to spend, but I had to. I also went to the flower shop this week because it was just one of those weeks where I really just wanted to be nice to myself. So I bought myself some flowers, and the flowers were $4.95. They're thriving. Look at them. They're so cute. And the same day, I also bought myself a bottle of wine, which costed €2.99. That's really all the money that I spent this week. And honestly, if things were a little different right now, I would definitely be spending more money because it's my birthday month and I always spend a lot of money during my birthday month, but nothing really to spend it on. So I hope this was helpful to any of the students out there who are looking to come to Germany, or for people who are just curious about how much money I spend. It's fine. Thanks for watching. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.